Hi, my name is Vijay, and today we are going to learn about common table expression, which we call in short CTE. Now, what is CTE? So, CTE basically is a set of queries is written like a view, like a temporary table, but the result set holds in the server memory. Okay, listen, not in the physical server, not in the physical drive, not anywhere in the temp database, where it actually stores in server memory. So then why we need that? What it can do, it can improve the performance. So just think about, you created a CTE. It's just a similar like a timetable, similar like a, you can say view or something. So, but this CTE, when it will run, whatever query we put inside it, whenever we run, it store that result set into the server memory, RAM, okay, random access memory. Now let's say your table is available in hard drive, server hard drive, which is a physical storage somewhere. Now this is your server RAM here. So suppose now I want to do exercise employee 101, which will be the faster? Going to always the RAM is faster instead of going to the physical storage. So I hope you are understanding. So this is why the performance wise it is good. Now it is invented so that there are two purposes it serves. One is recursion. What is recursion? When we want to refer the same set of query and wanted to produce more self-reference, self-join data, the CT is the best in terms of performance because it's doing that operation in RAM, in the server RAM. Okay. Now, what else? So basically, let's see the syntax. What else we can do? But it is very much famous nowadays. Everybody is using it, but not overuse it. So it is only available till the next line. Suppose you return the city, now you have to use it. Otherwise, you won't be able to access. If you wanted to do something and then something, no. City means it's a temporary kind of a variable, table variable or something like that. Okay. Okay, perfectly. So let's see that. Okay, so now, as I said, it's just a table expression which is temporarily named a result set that we are referring. It can be select. What operations we can do. We can do insert. Once we prepare a CT, we can do insert, delete, update, select. These are the operations allowed. Okay, so CT is commonly used in complex queries when you need a reference of subqueries. Okay, so what are the main benefits? Suppose in interview they will ask what are the main benefits. Then you can say improved query performance, enhanced readability and maintainability. How? So maybe interviewer won't ask you to justify your answers. If you just put the highlight thing and you know a little bit, oh, what it does, how it enhances the readability. Just now I explained you, right? Sorry. Simplified SQL syntax, yeah. If you break your things into multiple pieces with the help of CTE, then it looks like more managed code, okay? You can reuse the code. Recursive queries is much more, it's pretty famous because of recursion, okay? Yeah, there are limitations. So CTs can be only used within the SQL statement, okay? Not all the database management systems support CTE. Large cities can impact performance, okay? And I think next session we are going to discuss about table variable. That is also very important concept. I think we did understood that in when understanding a function, but we'll do another separate video on table variable as well. We already done timetable and global timetables. If you're interested, please go to the playlist. In the same playlist, you can see the above. So let's start with some simple examples. First, let's select the database. Sorry. I want this. Okay, now how do we start CTE? The syntax goes with, okay, with CTE. Right now I'm just giving as, we have to give as, and then you can put, suppose, let's say, production.product. Perfect. Okay. And then how to use it? So this is basically a declaration part. Okay. This is basically a declaration part where we are declaring what syntax it comes under, how we define a CTE. So it's like a view, like a temporary table, but we're just naming that query temporarily. So it's a and putting a named query. That's it. Okay. How to use it? We just have to refer with the same name. So let's say I would refer, put something my city. Otherwise, many of my students get confused that city is a kind of a syntax. No, it's not. After the with, we have to give our own name, whatever we prefer. Okay. So this is why I changed the name so that you won't get confused. Okay. You can see all the 77 rows which are in the product that is coming. Okay. Now, if I wanted to apply category ID equal to 1, now I want my CT to only produce the data which belongs to the category 1. Now, same. It will work like a view or something, but it's a temporarily named query. That's it. Okay. Now, let's see another example of recursion. So recursion is very little complex first time when we see a recursion and what is going on, how it's happening. But let's see one example, okay, which is mentioned in our document. Okay. And you can also get that from our blog. Okay. That link will be below. So you can see all the details of question answers in case you are interested. Okay. Yeah. And whenever we have multiples, we have some statement before the CTE, make sure you put semicolon so that it will represent as a another set, another, occurrence. So, it takes care of the separation of two different commands. So I'm just putting this. So this is one of the way. This is one of the way to show you recursion. So if you see, if I just run this, I think we haven't done union all, but we are going to do today. So here we are joining two sets with the help of union all. So what union and union all does, it combines the result set 1 and result set 2. But in here, we are calling the first, we are referring the CTE, and the CTE using the result set 1, and result set 1 and 2 will combine and produce union all result. But we are referring the CTE itself in the result set 2. See that. Where we are referring? Select 1 as a number, union all, select number plus 1 from numbers. You see from numbers, from where it is coming? That's the CTE. You see? That's the CTE name. Okay. Now we are putting some condition. That's the CTE, but what's the column is producing? The column is number. So numbers is a CTE name. Number is a column name. Okay. We are adding plus 1 to the number. Do not get confused. CTE name. Okay. Or let me change it, So there is no problem with that name. Okay. Perfect. Now I hope there is no confusion. Okay. Now here what we are trying to do, we are referring CTE number, which is nothing but this. So it's calling itself a CTE, the query which is defined in the CTE, calling itself. When it calls itself, that's how it becomes recursion, calling itself. Okay, so I hope you can get it. So what we are doing, we are trying to go back and check, and then we are trying to go back and check. What we get? We get the first result set. What is the first result set? 1. Then it returns 1. Then it says here 1 plus 1 what? 2. Then again it goes. Then what is the second line of the first union all? It's 2. Then 2 plus 1, 3. So this kind of loop goes on. How? Till when? There is a condition. Until the number is less than 10, it continues. After the 10, it will stop. Okay, so let's see that. So I know when you see the first time, now it's little confusing, recursion. And this is, believe me, this is the simplest example. You can find it over the internet. Otherwise, people will explain you with the employee ID and HR employee ID and mix it up and, complex recursion, right? So first try to understand what's going on here. Then you will understand the complex example of recursion. Okay. So I hope this will give you some idea about CTE. And then let's also do a, union all together. Okay. So that it's very simple, right? So why don't we also do union all? Okay. So yeah, so you can see union all is nothing but combining result set 1 and 2 and producing both the result set as a combined effort. Here we are not doing A plus B. We are appending one row, then second row. If there are one more, then if result set 1 has 2 rows and result set has 3 rows, then how many rows? 5 rows. Clear? Okay, let's see this. You see, suppose let's say this is nothing but my ID column from production dot product table. Now my product table, I hope you remember my product table. This table has 77 rows, and in here we have one single row. So 1 plus 77. Okay. So what is, we are also going to talk about the difference between and data types, right? So it's saying sorry, there is a product ID, not ID, my bad. So let me produce this. Now you see, what do you see? 78, 77 rows product table has, one row is above result set has. So union all will combine irrespective of whether they are unique, they are distinct or not, they are common or not, it doesn't matter. They will append, it will append both the result set. It will not check duplicate or anything. If you want that duplicate data should not come, then you need to use union. Instead of union all, you have to use union. Okay. Just put remove all and then run. This time when you run, instead of 77 here, which is on the bottom, you will get 77. You see? So this is how simple it is. Union and union all. Now you understood combining with the help of result set, right? Okay. So I hope this was meaningful learning for you. Stay tuned for more videos like that. Thank you.